How computers work. A computer is an electronic device for storing and processing data according to instructions given to it in a software program. A computer has two basic components, hardware and software. Computer hardware refers to the physical parts of a computer and related devices such as chips, circuits, wires, monitor, keyboard, mouse, printer, scanner, hard drive, and RAM. You can see and touch the hardware components. Computer software refers to programs and applications that run on a computer. You cannot see or touch software. You use a computer to execute and use software for various purposes. Software can be categorized as either application software or system software. Application software is a type of program that runs on a computer for specific purposes, such as business productivity, communications, games, websites, etc. System software is designed to run a computer's hardware and the application software. An operating system is the most significant system software. Other examples of system software are device drivers, firmware, utility software, etc. Computer memory is another important component to a computer. It stores information that the computer needs to do its tasks. There are two kinds of memory: RAM, random access memory. Think of RAM as the computer's short-term memory. It's super fast but doesn't remember things when the computer is turned off. When you open a program, it gets loaded into RAM so the computer can quickly access and use it. Once you turn off the computer, everything in RAM is erased. Storage, hard drive or SSD. This is like the computer's long-term memory. It's where all your files, programs, and the operating system are stored. Unlike RAM, the information in storage remains even when the computer is turned off. How do hardware and software interact with each other? The Central Processing Unit, CPU, is the brain of the computer and controls all other parts. The CPU is a set of electronic circuitries and is the main processor that runs the operating system and the applications. The CPU contains parts and other processors that perform specific tasks. A CPU is responsible for accepting input, processing the input, storing the result, and producing output, the IPSO cycle. For example, if a CPU receives input that says to complete a calculation or logical operation, this is done with the arithmetic logic unit within the CPU. The CPU receives simple commands that it executes. These simple commands are program code, a set of instructions forming a computer program that is executed by a computer. Program code is written in programming languages but is stored as binary code. Binary code is represented with the two symbols 1 and 0. These ones and zeros are referred to as bits, short for binary digits, and they are foundational to digital computing. The purpose of bits is to represent something digitally. They are how information is stored, accessed, transformed, and used by computers. Everything that we see on a computer is actually stored as bits. The ones and zeros we refer to are the presence or absence of electrical signals in the electronic circuits of the processors in the computer. Since computers only understand binary code, English-like languages have been developed for people to use to write computer programs. After all, nobody wants to spend their days writing in ones and zeros. Programming languages are formal languages providing instructions to a computing device. Programmers can write code in high-level languages like Java, Python, and C++, and then another program interprets the code into binary so the computer can understand and execute the commands. Low-level programming languages use machine code, binary, or assembly for the instructions that the computer will interpret and execute. Low-level languages are difficult for people to understand. Software controls the hardware. How does this happen? By the operating system, which is system software that coordinates the operation of hardware and software. The operating system possesses unique capabilities that enable it to oversee other software on the computer. The operating system manages memory, CPU, storage and files, communications, network connections, user accounts, all hardware and software. The kernel is a computer program at the core of a computer's operating system and has complete control over everything in the system. There are many different brands of operating systems that work with different types of computers, laptops, mobile devices, etc. Windows for personal computers, Mac OS and iOS for Apple computers, iPads, and iPhones, Linux, Android, just to name a few. Operating systems are complex and need updating often to receive security and system fixes, new features, better new device drivers. Computers function as advanced information processors. They use central processing units to execute instructions, while memory, such as RAM and storage, stores and retrieves data. The operating system manages these components, ensuring smooth communication. In a nutshell, computers process information through a combination of hardware components and software, allowing them to perform diverse tasks efficiently.